If you've ever fished for trout and wondered why you could not catch the big boys, trout well over 20 inches, then this book is for you. Learn techniques that Don Miller spent over 60 years to learn. 5 years using a spinning outfit, 15 years fly fishing, finally over 40 years perfecting a technique that's hundreds of years old, dapping, perhaps the original and best way of catching large, dominant trout. If you apply all the techniques and methods described in this book over time, you will succeed. Some you will learn now, and others you will learn with experience. Trout don't reason or think like we do. They have a survival instinct which defines a large part of their existence. Trout learn by experience. Catch and release fishing has improved their instincts because it has increased both their survival and learning times. Dapping requires full concentration of basic stealth fundamentals to succeed. Simple fundamentals that will increase your knowledge, love, and respect of the older, large, dominant trout. Visually fishing can be the most rewarding way of fly fishing. It pits you and the trout in an offensive and defensive relationship. You learn by visually observing what disturbs the trout and what doesn't. You have control of the size of the fish you want to catch, when you want to catch it, and when you don't. You stalk and spot exclusively large trout. Even though most fishermen consider 18 to 20 inch fish to be large trout, Don is now only interested in the largest trout in an area of the river he is fishing. He's discovered what pool will hold the largest trout and concentrates on that pool or area until he spots it. This pre-locating is so very important. It's a thrill to learn how to catch that once-in-a-lifetime trout. Don would rather catch and release one trout over 22 inches than 100 under 20 inches. These trout are special. Large trout get that way because of exceptional survival instincts. Don believes there are more large trout today than ever before due to catch and release fishing, and due to so many anglers walking the paths along the riverbanks and making all kinds of noise. Catch and release fishing has actually made it more difficult to catch large trout. But by using the techniques in this book, catching the trout of a lifetime repeatedly is still possible. Experience has provided Don with the ultimate rewards: quietly observing large trout behavior in streams and learning the unique dapping techniques to take them primarily on large, dry flies. The rewards are thrilling because they are all visual: hunting the fish, presenting the fly in a special way, and watching the take using techniques that are as valuable today as they were in the 16th century. In this book, you will learn how to locate the ideal backflow pool, why large dominant trout congregate along this particular bank. You'll discover how to locate and stalk these monster trout, learn their feeding habits, then come back and catch them time and time again. You will learn the proper clothing to wear, which rods and what size works best in various fishing locations. What fly works best and where, you may ask? It's all in this incredible book. Products and techniques that Don Miller kept secret for 40 years. Now yours for the price of a good lunch. There's 13 fascinating chapters in this book, all brimming with 40 years of secrets finally revealed to you. Chapter 1, Pre-locating, knowing where the big trout live. Chapter 2, Locating, finding that elusive large dominant trout. Chapter 3, Stalking, patience, stealth, stealth, stealth. Chapter 4, Hooking and how trout see. Learn how they see and how to tease them. Chapter 5, Landing, handling, and releasing trout alive. How to catch it again and again. Chapter 6, Flies, dry and wet. Which fly? What size? What works best? Where and why? Chapter 7, Different drift techniques, dry and wet. Drag-free techniques that won't startle the fish. And much, much more. Give a man a fish and you'll feed him today. Give a man this book and you'll feed him for the rest of his life. Order this book today. Printed and Kindle versions available. Just go to Amazon.com and type in Dapping Don. Don't wait another minute. Get Dapping Don Secrets to catching large, dominant trout today.